Hunter Hawks. Oh yeah, right. This is, I think we were trying guessing the types.
Yeah. We're back, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Hawks. So I don't know how much, like...
I forgot to switch my...
I don't know how much social media or news you consume in a day. But anyways, recently, I don't know if you saw this, Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you saw that? Did you like watch it? Did you watch the whole clip? It's like a 2-minute clip.
I probably did then, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sad. Like, not sad, pretty like heartwarming kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Last night I was laying in bed and I look over and Andy's crying and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, this thing from Steve from Blue's Clues, he did this whole... And I was like, oh, that's nice. And they're like crying. Like, that's weird. Like, it's sad. I was like, okay. And then this morning I'm like on my break and I like watch it and I'm like, I like well up like a couple tears. I'm like, shit. I'm like, you know?
This is enough to make a grown man cry.
Yeah. I literally saw a meme of that. It was the picture of Steve and then the Claudia the Chant meatball.
Yeah. I mean, but it's awesome that that's what it was, the reason.
Yeah.
Not the theory that he just was balding. That's what people like, the running theory was why he left is because he was balding, so he brought in Joe.
God, you know, I guess he went to college.
It's interesting because as a kid, like, I do remember all of a sudden it was just like, he was like, hey, this is my cousin Joe.
Yeah, it's like a 1 episode thing. Not even an episode even, like, just quick.
Yeah, it was like the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they really just kind of were like, done. Which, you know, whatever. He's got shit to do. They need to write in a reason. Kids don't care that much.
Yeah, now, like, Blue's Clues is Blue's Clues even, like, still a thing?
Oh, I have no idea.
Because, like, I know they made, like, Blues Room, which I think I remember being interesting and, like,
yeah,
different. But then, at the same time, I don't know of any, like, new stuff. But at the same time, like, I'm glad because, like, when you have a kid show or a show, even in general, you constantly like refreshing it. It's like,
yeah,
just come with something new.
Yeah, just give it up, man.
Even like when, you know, like with Hollywood making a bunch of these remakes of movies or like other things, it's like, to be honest, no one wants that.
Yeah, no. Eventually, you can just hit reruns. Like, I don't know if Dora. I think
the meta type.
Yeah, I think Dora went too long. I think Dora kept going and doing shit way past its time. They even made that live action movie, I think.
Yeah, which I think I heard. Oh, I guess you don't.
Yeah, I guess not this one.
I heard I think it was good. I don't remember though.
I don't know. I didn't really hear much about it after hearing about it.
But I even like I'm gonna spoil the most unfair. With what am I trying to say? Like the Ghostbusters remake with the women.
Yeah.
Like apparently it was like really bad.
I liked it. I watched it. I thought it was really funny.
Like it probably was funny, but like in terms of like an actual like Ghostbusters thing, it was probably like.
Yeah, it was whatever. I just thought it was pretty funny. They did like Chris Evans as like the bimbo. No wait, not Chris Evans.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Hemsworth. They did him as like the bimbo secretary. It was pretty funny. Like it was a good movie, I thought.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen it, but I just know like a lot of people are like.
Yeah, no, I mean,
upset, and like I find it's not even like whether or not they make a good movie, because like I liked, say, Ocean's 8. I thought it was really.
That was
really
the All Women one.
The All Women, yeah, Ocean's movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good, but the thing that I don't like is like just come up with a new idea.
No, yeah, I definitely don't think you need to just reboot things as All Women and just to be like, yeah, look, we're included. I think it's fine, just. Sure, like whatever.
Like, yeah, because I think their goal is to make like women empowerment, which I obviously like I think we're both for. I would hope.
Yeah,
but it's like you don't need to.
And it seems forced, and then that's what makes people mad. I think maybe I don't know.
No, like I agree. Like it's like people like about veganism. It's like the people like you hate the vegans that are like, you know, you hate vegan teacher because they're like. You're killing animals. You're a horrible human being. Blah blah blah. Eat vegetables. But it's like I'd be more inclined to do it if someone was like, "Yeah, I eat it." You know, I'm health reasons. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
it's the ones who don't shut
and like
up.
you know, like they're like, "Oh, like what?" And like they have a conversation. They're like, "Oh, I don't eat because like I like meat or something." And they're like, "Well, you know," then they like, you know,
Try to convince you. Yeah.
like they offer you like, "Oh, well, if you know are willing to try, like I can make you some." Like say vegan like tofu chicken nuggets or something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
To see if like you would like it. Like that's where I would be like that. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
But not the like I'm a bastard and like a awful person. Plus there is movies out there already like that is like the women empowerment. Like the Pitch Perfect series was like
Oh yeah.
was great. You know with that. And,
yeah. Yeah, no,
and
like,
it's
I like what.
completely
Yeah, I get what you
original.
mean though. Like, yeah, having original things is pretty cool. You can, if you don't need to call, I think if you leave them in hyper mode, they can do a lot of damage.
Oh right, I forgot. I don't even.
I think. Don't
Either
quote me.
that or I think they can confuse themselves.
Yeah, they might fuck themselves. It either fucks them hard or it does a lot of damage for
I
them.
should probably shut rush electric. Excuse me. Or no, I think it recoils.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think.
Does it not? I thought it recoils normally.
I don't remember. I'll test it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Ooh, volcanoes. This is a shadow?
I don't think anyone has shadows here because you have to win this to get a shadow. Like that's how all the people who had shadows got theirs. Is they won the Colosseum and were given one as a prize.
This is how they distributed them.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, you're cracking. You're like, pulling back the curtain on them. I love fly.
Yeah, fly is like I'm just 6 feet higher.
Oh yeah, you critted. Maybe you have a high crit rate in hyper mode. Fly. Like, so you could get a, like, you could, like, purify, like, just having a Pokemon with you and running around purifies them, too.
Mhm.
And then you can also buy scents to, like, lower them.
Yeah.
And I would, literally as a kid, like, instead of doing battles and shit with the Pokemon, I'd literally just do a bunch of scents, run around with them, go purify them. Do that, like, just run around with them, use scents. Like, I just used all my money and everything on that. So I was just, like, I, like, didn't want to do the battles. I just wanted to purify them, but, like, I don't know why. Like, it was so much more work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But, like, I just did it that way for no reason.
Yeah, I remember Sense a lot, and it was just, or like if I got close, I'd be like a cheap ass, or not even a cheap ass, but I'd be like, I'm gonna just run.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just run around until it's ready.
Yeah.
Like, I'd run around that little stone that's, like, that you purify that, and I'd, like, keep checking it.
I was, I ran around like the little waterfall.
Oh, yeah, I know, exactly.
Mega Train.
Hey, look, it's bagging.
Bacon.
Bacon.
What?
This thing's mad.
Oh, it can attack
can
itself.
Attack itself. Okay. So, yeah. I think they have, like, they do good damage, but they're essentially a few.
Okay. Interesting.
I guess so.
Oh, it does have. Okay, so it always has.
Well.
Yeah, and I think in Gale of Darkness they had more moves than just Shadow Rush.
They did. There was, like, Shadow Rain and Shadow...
Wave.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of shit. God, what, is this the finals? Is that why it's so tense? Is that why the music's crazy?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like, hey, don't hit yourself.
Yeah, they're someone, cause clearly someone's got to be able to, like, know their shadow Pokemon, because how do the bad guys, like, know, right? So, like, one of the bad guys is, like, watching in the crowd, and they're like, why does he already have shadow Pokemon?
Yeah.
Has he won this before? Why does he have 5 shadow Pokemon?
Yeah. Like, or like, and the people who, because they say that all the people who were in the circle, they all had shadow Pokemon. They're just okay with me just capturing.
Yeah, like, you just run, like people, like Kale, the guy you fought, like, before this, he's like, check out my cool shadow Pokemon, and you just steal it, and he goes, shucks.
Yeah, that's how she goes.
I think, like, there's got to be, like, apparently some, like, maybe written rule in Pokemon where, like, all conflicts must be settled through Pokemon battles or something.
Well, that's like, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like,
Same thing, yeah, and same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, everything's disputed through
yeah,
duels or game.
yeah, and especially
They follow like no game, no life rules.
yeah.
Actually, funny story. Andy came home from school today. The Discord, yeah, because they were like, "Did you see Discord?" I was like, "No." So I look, and they're like, "Yeah, my friend," because they're doing movie posters for their class. They have to like remake posters for movies, like using whatever thing they're learning.
Yeah.
And so Andy's like, "Yeah, I'm doing like Get Out, like Jordan Peele movie." I was like, "Cool." And then they like asked all their like friends at school, like, "What are you doing?" And the one guy's like, "One Piece." "What are you doing?" "Attack on Titan." She's like, "Why didn't I do an anime?" And so like, then they're like, I guess they were just talking about anime, and someone's like, they were like naming off classics or good ones, and someone was like, "No Game, No Life," and Andy goes, "Ooh, that's a good one." They're like, "Right?" And then Andy's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "God, you're such an idiot."
Yeah, because like even it's not even just that. Like
No, and that's what I said. I said like got a good plot. It's got really nice art, and Andy's like, "Yeah, it's got like good." And then I said to them, because I was like, and then they said like, I was like, the only thing that's weird in it is the weird incest parts.
is that what they said or what you're saying?
No, that's what I said to them. And then they were like, "Yeah." And they're like, which is, I don't even know why I got like weirded up by that, because they're like, "I used to roleplay like incest stuff as a kid." Not as a kid, that sounds bad. But like when they do their role plays, like
oh, you're saying
Andy said that, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, sorry, I'm not keeping it that clear, but so then Andy says, "Yeah, like they don't know why they like were like so weirded out by it." I said, "It's probably because they said Nancy also did it." So they were like, "Why were they all like complaining about it?" I was like, "It's probably because Naomi was there. Naomi's new to the group, and they didn't really know how to gauge what they were seeing, and they didn't know how like Naomi was gonna react to it either.
Mm-hmm.
So their first instinct was like, it's easy if we just say like it's weird." Was like, "That's weird." Like, with a group of new friends, like, "That's so weird. Like, what the fuck?" And then I've seen it, so I was like, and I was in the room, and I had already seen it, so they were able to direct that at me, going, "What the hell? You watch this? What the fuck?" And then I was like, and then I'm a common enemy, and it's a good way for them all to like bond.
Yeah,
like,
that's what my sister does.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, so that's probably what will happen in that situation. And I was like, and if any of them watched it in their own time, they'd probably be like, "This is a pretty good show."
Yeah.
Because like I think the plot's cool. I think it's really good, well done. I love the colors, the art of it. It's all nice.
And like honestly, like speaking of like the incest part, it's like I wouldn't even call it incest too much.
Yeah, I know. They're just like meant to be close.
Yeah, like yeah, no, it's like very like.
Hey, it's your favorite move.
Oh yeah, I love this one. I love Delibird, honestly.
Except he delivered you death.
Yeah, this time. But it's very like in terms of like if you're talking incest stuff, it's like very minimal.
Yeah.
Like in anime in general, like.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if that like deters people from it, it's kind of like unfortunate because like it's not really like that crazy. It's just like I think mainly that one scene when they're doing the battle against I forget what she is, like her she's called
angel or whatever she is. Yeah. But yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It's mainly that because the remainder is like just them like missing each other.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cool, and I love the movie. It was a good backstory on kind of.
Yeah, I never watched it yet.
You should. It's cool because they reference it in the anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a scene. I think it has to do with the necklace or something, and they're like, "What are these names?"
Yeah,
and they're like, they were the old heroes, and
oh, cool.
I don't know, yeah, it was a really good anime.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. God, this guy. Steel type is so good, like in terms of being tanky, until fire hits it and it's just dead.
Oh yeah.
But otherwise, it's a good type. Ah, yes, critical hit.
Yes. At least it's not like fucking Yugi, like the anime, like Duelist Kingdom, where it's like, actually, all machines are immune to magic attacks.
Yeah.
So
God, they do so much crazy shit. Even like the games, like those early games that they did, where it was like the
like
type advantages.
The one you're
yeah, the one I was playing through. Yeah, it's so weird. This type
something of destruction.
Recipe of Destruction. It's a good game, but it's so weird that there's type advantages. And...
Yeah, like fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon could lose to like a 1-star dark type.
Yeah, it's like great. Yeah, like it just doesn't make sense. Like you'll literally, like in that game, it's like all about who can get more monsters on the field and of different types because that's just like big.
Did I get a Pokemon?
No, so what happens is you'll get stopped when you leave. Like when you walk out onto the bridge, someone will be like, "Hey, kid, come here. You're the winner, right?" Because they're not officially giving them as prizes. They just scout the winners, I think.
True Mover and Shaker.
God, Mir B's music is so good. And in the second one, he's like how you pick up all the lost ones that you killed. He catches all the lost ones that like
except one.
Nothing. Which one?
I forget exactly which one. Oh, I feel like I think I could do.
Like in Gale of Darkness, he won't get one?
I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it was this game. No,
yeah, I know there's some in this game that you can't get afterward.
Maybe it was this one.
I think I don't think you can get like the Remoraid back if you KO it.
It might actually, yeah. It is. So it must be this game.
Yeah.
Or it might be either one too. But I know, yeah, like he just all the like. So it's like, is Mirabee like really the bad guy?
Yeah, no, he's weird. Like he goes and like catches all the ones that you knock out. And like, I'm pretty sure if you knock out like in the late game, there'll be like a Dragonite and shit. And so like if you fuck up and don't get the Dragonite, all of a sudden you'll go and he'll be like, "Look at this!" And you have like a dragon. He has a Dragonite.
He's like unintentionally being like in why can't I think of the name? But like orphan's parents.
Yeah, he's like doing foster care.
Yeah, foster care. I couldn't think of the word foster.
Yanma time. Yanma is so much better when it has Yanmega.
Oh,
the evolvable form, because it gets like speed boost as its ability. Maybe it has it in this. I don't know. But
with Pineco doesn't. Do you call it Pineco or is it like Pineco?
I think it's just Pineco because it's supposed to be a pine cone.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the closer one. Besides for it, it's like just they're like, what should you call this one?
And like they're like, okay, they're like one guy writes down.
He's starting to write it, and yeah, he gets.
And no, he writes the full thing, and the other guy, he's like, what? Hey, it's a pine cone. What should we call it? And the other guy comes by with an eraser, and he just looks at him dead in the eyes, and he says, slowly erasing it.
Yeah.
And he's like seductively erasing the NE, and then like he was gonna erase the whole thing, and just like write something else, but they get lost in each other's eyes. And then he just starts making out with the guy, and they left it at Pineco, and the third guy walks in the room, and he's like, "What's going on in here?" And the other guy's like, "What? We just came up with the name for that Pinecone Pokemon." And he looks down, he's like, "What do you got?" And the two letters erased. He's like, "Pineco." And he looks at them, "Pineco, eh? Good job."
Yeah, he doesn't even say Pineco. He's like, Pineco.
Yeah.
Like it's. I like how you, in your example, they just sudden homoerotic passion to each other.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny. Back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. I cannot say it.
Yeah, I thought I'd just go off on a quick tangent there.
Like, I wish that was like that happened. Like that is true to like some.
Imagine some guy who helped work on this sees that and he goes, "How do you know?"
Jeremy, is that you? I know you were fired like moments later. You never returned my calls.
God, it's stupid. Oh, all right. I think we're gonna have to cut this.
You're like, now you're part of a show or part on a channel called Win a Smokey.
Win a Smokey. All right. We'll see you guys next time on Win a Smokey game.
Win a Smokey.